Good morning, everybody, and happy Thursday here at Home with APS. I'm Miss Jacobson. We've got an action-packed day scheduled for you today, and we're going to be talking a lot about science and engineering, and we're going to be doing some great games, some math games, and some other activities that you are not going to want to miss, even those things that might not be in the hour that goes with your grade level. So stick with us today because I think you're going to find some things that you might all want to do, whether you're in kindergarten all the way up through 5th grade. We think you're going to enjoy our day. I also want to give you a heads up about the 18th of May. On Monday, the 18th of May, we are going to be having Crazy Hat Day around here. Now, just the other day, Mrs. Potter and Mrs. Rudd, our art teachers, did a lesson in how to make crazy hats. So if you haven't seen that yet, you'll want to get on the YouTube channel and make sure that you watch that episode. But they gave some wonderful ideas to make some hats out of found materials that you can use, that you can find at your house. So make your hats, and we're going to be joining you with some crazy headgear as well. But that is Monday, May 18. And then we've also got some wonderful things going on for Fun Friday coming up tomorrow. So stay with us. We hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining us. And hang in there. We are getting ready to start At Home with APS.
Hi, welcome kinder and first grade. I'm Mrs. B, and we're going to talk about science and engineering today. Before we get started, let's do a quick review of our senses so that we make sure we have them ready to make observations. So let's review our 5 senses. We are going to use our sense of touch, our sense of hearing, our sense of smell, our sense of taste, and our sight, whenever we can throughout this lesson, to start making sense of what we're going to do today and what we're going to build. So I want to begin by talking about the weather. What is the weather? What are some words we can use to describe the weather? And what are our senses that help us understand what the weather is? So maybe on a hot day, you feel the heat, maybe you feel some sweat, maybe you're really thirsty, maybe you can see clearly. You can see the mountains, or you can see clouds, a blue sky. It's a very bright day. On a cold day, you feel cold, we don't see as much sun, maybe the sky is gray, maybe we don't see any clouds, maybe we see snow or rain. Maybe on a windy day, we see the leaves blowing in the wind, plants and trees blowing in the wind. So lots of different things we can see and feel, hear, and touch during different weather days. I want to share a story about my cat. My cat's name is Nausicaa. That's a big name for a cat. Nausicaa doesn't live with me. She actually lives in another city, in another state. And sometimes when it's snowing where I am, it's not snowing where my cat lives. Or sometimes it's raining where my cat is, but when I look out the window, it's sunny, blue sky, white clouds, and it's nice and warm. Do you know anyone who lives in another part of the city or town where you live? Or do you know someone who lives in another state? Maybe another country? Do you ever talk about the weather? Is the weather very different where they are? Is it nighttime where they are and it's daytime where you are? Well, that helps us to start to make sense about what weather is. So there's some things that we need to think about when we talk about the weather. First, let's practice some questions. So as we're talking about the weather, what questions do you have? What's a what-if question? What if it's snowing where I am and it's sunny where my cat is? What does my cat do on a sunny day? When does it rain here and it doesn't rain where my cat is? How is the weather different where I am and where my cat lives? Why is the weather different where I live and where my cat lives? Can you come up with some questions about the weather, or about maybe someone that you know that lives somewhere else and what the weather is like where they are? Some other things we want to think about to describe and think about what is weather is temperature. How can we describe temperature? We can use words like cold. We can use the idea that the sun gives us daylight and it also gives us warmth. Have you noticed on cold days, maybe we don't see the sun as much? We can also talk about temperature when things are hot or when it's hot outside. Something else that helps us make sense of the weather is how much water is in the air. What does that mean? Can you think of an example of water in the air? One example is rain. Another way that we can think about weather is if there's rain, if it gets really cold, we can have snow. And then we also want to think about if there are clouds in the sky. Another thing that we can think about when we talk about weather is where we live. So the weather is different where we live and where other people live. Where we live in a city, the weather could be very different, or different parts of a town. If we live in different parts of the United States, if we live in different countries, in a different part of the world. So I want us to think about engineering for a sunny day. What does that mean? Science helps us understand what's happening around us, and then we use science to build things or to make things, and that's engineering. So today I want to build a structure or make something for my cat on a sunny day. And I want to encourage you to make something for a pet, a stuffed animal, or your favorite toy. But the big idea here is that we want to build something for a sunny day. So let's think about some steps we can take to help us build for a sunny day. We have some questions. Who or what am I building for and why? I want to build something for my cat on a sunny day. Why do I want to build on a sunny day? I want my cat to have shade. So next, we need to think about it. What do we have around us that we can build with? For example, if we're collecting some things before we throw them away or recycle them, we want to collect them so we can use them to build something with. What are we going to do first, next? What will it look like? Then we want to make it. And we want to try it out, see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then how are we going to make it better? How are we going to fix it? And we kind of keep going over and over these steps. We think about it, we're going to make it, we're going to try it out. Maybe we need different materials, different things we're going to build with. So let me show you what I made for my cat. I found a box, and I opened it up. And a project like this required a knife, scissors, and so you might need help from a grown-up. But I also want to show you another example that maybe you won't need help from a grown-up. But something this big, you might need help. I used tape to tape open some parts. I thought about how big my cat was. So we need to think about whatever we're building for, how big is it? My cat is about this big, and then with her tail, she's about this long. But she would fit in this box. She could lay down in this box. And I thought, I want to give my cat some shade. So you can see there's shadows, so there's some shade in the box. And then I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun if there was a door that my cat could go in? But I also thought, well, my cat's not just going to want to go in there maybe. So I found this, and this used to hold cookies, but I could put maybe water in one container and snacks in another container and put it in here. Maybe my cat will want to go in there. And then I also thought, well, I have this towel, so maybe I could also put this towel inside for my cat. And maybe she'll want to go in there. I don't know if you have a cat. My cat's a little picky. Maybe she'll want to go in, maybe she won't. So this is one structure that I built. I thought about what do I have that I can build with. I want to build for my cat, and I want shade for my cat. And then I thought, what am I going to do first? I looked around and found this box. And then I tried it out. I noticed this is a little flimsy here. Can you see that? So if my cat went in and out a lot, I might need to fix this and make it stronger. I would have to test this out. If you don't have a pet or you don't want to build for your pet, you can also build for something else. So I saved this box. It used to have some hard taco shells in it, and I opened it up, and I thought, you know, I've been seeing a lot of lizards out right now. What if I could get a lizard to come into this structure? I think I need to do some research to know what lizards eat, but maybe I could even put some breadcrumbs, or maybe if I have birdseed, I could put some bird seeds in here, and maybe I could get a little lizard or a little bird to come into this structure. So this one was smaller, and I thought, I want to build for something smaller, a small toy, and then I thought about, do I see any animals outside? And then I thought about the lizards and the birds, and then I had to think about it. I needed to open up my box, and I wanted my box to stay open. So I needed to try to keep it open. So I took one piece here, and again, I taped it. And it feels pretty sturdy. And then I made it, and now I have to try it out. I haven't tried it out yet, so I'll be very curious to see and observe what animal, bugs I can get in my structure here. Again, you can see the shadows, so I wanted to build this for a sunny day, so whatever is in here has some shade. So I want to encourage you to build for a sunny day. Who or what can you build for? What do you have available that you can use? Ask a grown-up for help. Try it out. And then if you need to change it, add more parts to it, you could even make a structure for yourself. You could take 2 chairs and a blanket, like a fort, and that would create shade too. So I'm so glad you joined me today. Until next time, I hope you have a great day.
Good morning, learners. I'm Miss Abby.
And I'm Miss Torres. Welcome back, guys.
And we are here to give you some math games, some brain breaks, all different sort of things. First thing I'm going to ask, go ahead and stand up. Go ahead and stand up.
If you're sitting down, you got to stand up. We got to wake you up.
All right.
Stand up. Get ready.
Exactly. So I'm going to teach you about, it's called a 5-count shakedown. Have you ever done that before?
Oh, man. I have only done a 10-count shakedown, so I've never done a 5-count shakedown.
All right. Learners, have you done a 5-count shakedown? Maybe. All right. First thing we're going to do, we're going to hold out one of our hands.
Okay, one hand.
And we will shake it 5 times. We'll shake our other hand 5 times. Then it's a little hard because we're going to have to shake our feet 5 times, 1 foot at a time, and then we're going to shake our whole body.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Then we shake it 4 times, 4 times, 4 times, 4 times, 4 times.
I get it. So like a 5 countdown, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like that?
Exactly.
And what do you do whenever there's no more, when you're at 0?
It will say 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then we're ready to learn.
I've done this only with a bigger number of 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, right?
Yeah. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we don't get the big benefits of the body break.
Okay.
So we got to really shake.
Shake it out there.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's
All right.
go, guys.
I'll do the counting, but you can count with me.
I would love that.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and put your hand out. We're going to do a 5-count shakedown. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get a foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whole body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1.
Wow.
Doesn't that feel good?
I really like that one.
I feel a little exercised. My brain is ready for some learning.
I know my breathing is a little bit faster, so it helps me know like I'm getting oxygen up to this brain right here.
It's fun. So that was called the 5-count shakedown. You can do it whenever you're feeling sleepy or you're ready for your brain to get ready for learning. Next, we're just going to play a quick game called Add 9. Add 9. So the way we play this, we have to think of a 2-digit number.
2-digit numbers.
So
two digits means like two numbers right beside each other.
Yes, like 34.
Oh, that's a 3 and a 4, right? That's 2 digits.
Okay. 72.
A 7 and a 2 for 72. Yeah.
What about 159?
Wait a minute. You said 2 digits.
Just 2.
Just 2?
Not 159. That's a 3-digit number.
Oh, I thought she was trying to trick me. Did she trick you?
So I'll come up with a 2-digit number.
Okay.
And you have to add on 9.
I add on 9. Okay. I think I can do this.
And then you come up with a 2-digit number, and I'll add on 9. And we'll just take turns. It's just a way of getting our math brain ready for some big thinking.
Okay. I think that's good. Are you guys ready? Get your brains on. Do you know how to click on your brain? It goes like this. And your brain is ready to go.
Love it. So you can be on Miss Linda's team when I give the first 2-digit number. She's going to have to add on 9. You can add on with her. All right. First number.
Okay.
46.
46. Okay. So she gave me 46. I have to add on 9 more. So I think I'm going to help myself by using my fingers, but I'm also thinking in my head. I don't want to lose track. So I start at 46.
Yes.
And then I'm just going to count on from 46, right?
Correct.
Okay, you guys help me. I got to do my 9 more. Ready? Okay, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Guess what, Miss Abby? I think it's 55.
You're exactly right. Good job. I like
Is that
how
the
you
number
used
you
your
got?
fingers. That was a good idea.
That was a really good idea. I like that idea.
They're
Okay.
a good math tool.
Perfect. So fingers could be your helpers, right? Okay, my turn, right? I come up with a 2-digit number. 2 digits is 2 numbers right beside each other. Okay, this is going to be a hard one, so don't get scared.
I'm ready.
Okay, ready? My number is 71. 71.
71.
71.
71. 71. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to take the number 71, put it in my brain, 71, and I'm going to count on 9. 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. We got a new 10 on that one.
I know, we moved all the way up to 80.
Yeah.
That is great. You know what I liked about what you did, Miss Abby, is whenever I gave you the number, you took the number and you put it in your brain. I loved that. I'm going to try that strategy and see if that helps me hold the number in my head, okay?
Okay, great.
Good.
Our next one's going to be a teen number.
A teen. All teen numbers start with a 1. Do you know that chant? All teen numbers start with a 1. All teen numbers start with a what? A 1. You're right. Okay, so I know it's going to have a 1 in the front. Okay.
All right, my favorite number is 13. Can you take 13 and add 9?
13. Okay, I know it's a teen number. I know it starts with a 1, and then it has that sound like it's almost like 3. So it's a 1 and a 3. So 13. I'm going to do Miss Abby's strategy, and I'm going to put 13 in my brain. You put 13 in your brain. Yep, it's in there. Is it in your brain? Okay, 13. And then I'm going to count on, but this time instead of using my fingers, I'm going to count on using some other thing that's beside me. This time I'm going to count on using some crayons that just were right here. You could use your fingers, but you could also just count on using some crayons. But I better count out my 9 so that I know how many more I'm counting on. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so now I know I have 9 crayons that's going to help me keep track of my counting on by 9. Okay, what was our number again in our brain? 13. You're right. Okay, are you ready? When I count them, I'm going to move the crayons to the other hand. Help me. Ready? Okay, I'm starting at 13. I'm going to count on 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. Miss Abby, I think the number's 22.
You're right. 13 plus 9 is 22.
It took me out of the teen numbers and all the way into the 20s.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's tricky when it changes over to a new 10.
Exactly. Sometimes when I get to 19, and then I don't know what comes next, and then I have to think about it a minute.
Yeah, you have to change. So this is a good mental strategy. We could do this on our walk. We could call each other on the phone. We could even change this number from adding 9 to adding 8, add 7, or add 11. We can change this number, but it's a good strategy to kind of use our brains and get thinking.
You know, another idea I have is that you could have a square if you're outside, and then you have a square that you draw with chalk, and you write your 2-digit number in there, and then you hop forwards, and you go 9 more spaces or 8 or whatever, and then you find out what number you get to. Hey, Miss Debbie, this is almost like on a number line.
It is like a number line. We're moving forward.
I love that because you're just counting on. You're adding on to the number. Yeah, I like that.
Are you ready for one more?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. Is it my turn?
Oh, I had the best one. Can I give you one more?
All right. You know what? We're going to let her go. She has the best number. Her eyes have a sparkle of the best number. Okay.
Because I have a feeling a lot of our friends at home are probably thinking of this big number. It's 2 digits.
2 digits.
And it's the biggest 2-digit number that you can make.
Okay. So if I do all 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, it can't be 100 because that's 3 digits.
It's 90.
90.
And then the ones place is the highest ones place we can go.
It's 9. It has to be 9. 99?
99. Were you thinking of that?
Miss Abby, did I guess it correct?
You did.
Oh, you better kiss your brain if you'd guessed 99 too. I'm going to kiss my brain too. There we go.
So now we're going to have to add 9 to the big number 99.
99. Okay, 99. This is a big number here. You know what I think? I wondered if I might be able to use some of these little cotton balls to help me. Do you think I could use these little cotton balls?
Absolutely.
I just saw some cotton balls here, and it just helps me because then I have something I can hold on to that I can count with. Remember, if I'm going to add 9 on, I have to have 9 objects. So let's make sure I have 9. So I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and I need 1 more to make 9. Okay. The reason I like objects to help me is it keeps my mind on track, but also it helps me touch one by one. That's really important to remember that as you're counting on, you're doing one by one. Okay. 99 is our number. Are you guys ready?
This is going to be big.
Whew. Wait a minute, Miss Abby. If I go past 99, I'm going to be in the hundreds.
You're going to have 3 digits in your answer.
I hope you guys are helping me out there. Okay, wait. So I know right after 99, if I count on, that next number has to be 100.
Yes.
Okay? So we'll count all of these little cotton balls, and when we count them, we'll put them inside this bucket. Okay, all right, ready? So I'm starting at 99. Let me put it in my head.
99.
Just like Miss Abby's idea. 99 is in my head. 99, counting on. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. Did you count to 108 with me? Way to go, you sweet learner. Let's see.
Awesome.
108. Am I right?
108.
Oh,
Yes.
We were right.
Wonderful. I'm so glad we were able to play Add 9 together.
Okay. I think
We
that's
had our 5-count shakedown.
Yep.
We played Add 9.
Right.
And now we have another game. It's called How Many Are Hiding?
Hiding. How many are hiding?
How many are hiding? Do you want to pull up a chair?
I would love
We can
that.
have
Yep.
a seat
Let's
for
do
this
it.
game.
Okay. How many are hiding? This sounds like this is going to be a game that things are hiding.
You're exactly right.
Okay.
All right. So to play this game,
Right?
you need some sort of container.
Okay.
You could have a cup, a bucket, or if your hand is big enough, you can use your hand behind you.
Oh,
Okay. So we'll start with a container.
Okay.
And then we have to put items in the container.
okay.
I'm going to start with 10 items
Okay.
in the container. So
Do I have to hide my eyes while you do this? Is that the hiding part?
Not yet. Not
Okay.
yet. So I'm going to put a sticky note with 10 so we can remember how many we are starting with.
Starting with 10.
So I will use these cotton balls again. I'm going to put 10 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Plus one more.
plus one more is 10.
Okay.
All right, so I will move my materials. And I have 10 cotton balls inside my container.
Okay.
10.
Is this where I close my eyes?
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm waiting to close my eyes.
So this game,
Okay.
I'm going to show you some of the cotton balls, and then I hide the rest. And you have to guess how many are hiding in my bucket.
Oh man, so I don't hide. The cotton balls hide.
Correct.
Those little sneaky, fluffy guys.
I know. And so when you have your answer, I want you to share your strategy.
Okay.
Sometimes people will just give the answer. That seems like something my brother would do. He would just give the answer. But for this, I want to know, how did you find your answer? That's called share your strategy.
So share my strategy is like, how did I figure out what the answer is?
Exactly.
Okay, I
All
know
right.
how to do this.
So for the first question,
Okay, I better hide my eyes. Don't look.
all right, Miss Linda,
Can I look now?
how many are hiding?
Okay, wait a minute. I see one cotton ball, right? And I know, Miss Abby, that you started with 10. So I have my 10 fingers up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 cotton balls.
Yes.
Okay, and then I only see one out on the table, so I'm definitely going to take that one out. That means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I am going to guess that there are still 9 cotton balls inside the container.
You think I'm hiding 9?
I think you are hiding 9 cotton balls, you cotton ball hider.
I know. Well, I like that you shared your strategy.
Okay.
It sounded like you counted down.
Yeah, I was just
You
saying.
started with the big number.
The big number, and then I just know there's only one that's out on the table, so that means just one got taken out, right?
Yeah.
So then I just have still 9 cotton ball fingers left.
All right. The next step is we're going to check our answer. That's when we count what is hiding in the container. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa, this one's coming apart. 7, 8, 9.
Was I right?
You were right.
Nice.
And our 1 plus 9 more
Is
make our big number 10.
our big number 10. You know what, Miss Abby? Right now, we're doing number math just in our brains. You could also do this number math when you write down the numbers to make like an equation, like 1, and then the sign plus, and then 9, and then the sign equals, and then we say how many we have, 10 altogether, right? But right now, we're just doing it in our brains.
And I heard your brain say 10, take away 1, equals 9. These numbers are connected.
That's right. You can do a sentence that does with the plus sign for addition, and then you can do the reverse of that with a minus sign for taking away. I like that too.
Definitely.
All right.
This was a really quiet way to play the game.
Yep.
But I know some of our friends at home like to make lots of noise.
Oh, yeah.
Do
Do you like to make lots of
And their adults at home love it. So I'm going to change my number
Uh-oh. No more 10.
to my favorite number.
Uh-oh.
Do you
her-
remember?
I remember. Do you guys remember what was Miss Abby's favorite number? Right. It was 13.
13.
13.
Because my birthday is on August 13th. So I always choose 13 as my favorite number.
See, mine is on 7, June 7.
So 7 might be
7
yours.
might be my good number. Maybe. What day were you born on? Oh, Miss Abby's writing her 13. Do you know what day you were born on?
That might be your lucky number.
13.
So on my container, I've written the number 13.
13.
And the cotton balls were quiet.
Right.
I also have some beans. These are dried beans, and I think when they hit my container, it'll add some music.
Some jingle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to count in 13, and I think we can hear it as we drop them.
Here.
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I'll need one more to make
13.
13.
13 is a 1 and a 3 because it's a teen number.
It is a teen number.
Shake-a, shake-a. It's almost like a maraca.
I know, I can have music after math.
Nice.
Or math and music together.
That's good.
So, to continue our game, how many are hiding? I have 13 dried beans in my bucket.
13 beans in your bucket.
I'm going to take some out.
Some. Okay. Is this where I'm not going to look for a second?
It's a little small. But Miss Linda, how many are hiding?
Okay, wait. Wait a minute. There was 13 in the bucket, so I'm going to first put that number in my brain, 13. I know that's a 10, and then 11, 12, 13. So that's a 10 plus 3 more, right? Okay, so wait a minute. I see 1, 2, 3 beans out. Wait, let me think again in my head. Okay, the number we started with was 13. And 13 is, well, you have to have 10, and then you add on 3 more, 11, 12, 13. And then I see 3 that are out, so that means that I still have the 10, but the 3 are out. Wait a minute. Oh, I feel kind of nervous. What if I'm wrong?
It's okay.
Do you think it would be okay if I got the answer wrong?
It is because we can check and we can know the right answer.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think she had 13 inside the bucket, and then I see 3 that are out. I think there's still 10 in the bucket. That's what my guess is. I'm thinking that's my guess. 10.
If you had to turn that into a number sentence, what would that look like?
Well, I just know that to make 13, it would be 10 plus 3 equals 13. I know that.
That's
I
a
can
good
see those
strategy.
numbers in my head. 10 plus 3 is 13. And then I know that there's 3 out there. So I could do that same thing where I just turn that sentence around and say 13, take away 3 of them. There has to be 10 in the bucket. Yeah, Miss Abby, there's 10 in that bucket.
I like how your math brain thought about 2 different strategies.
Right.
It's a really strong math brain if you can think about it in more than one way.
Right.
I like it. Let's check our answer, because after all this math talk, we need to check our answer. So, Ms. Linda, you said there were 10 left in the bucket. I'm going to pour them out, and you can count them with me.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We were right.
You were right. There
High
were
five.
Good job. There were 3 outside, and I was hiding 10. 3 plus 10 makes our big number 13.
And the same way, if you start with 13 as your big number, 13 take away or minus 3 is going to give you 10. Wow, look at all that mental math.
I love all this conversation we're having about math as well.
I love that too.
Yeah, I hope you can find someone at home that will have these conversations with you. If you don't have anyone at home, maybe you can do a Zoom call or a Google Meet, and you can have these conversations with a family member who's far away. That would be fun too.
That would be really cool.
Because you can still talk about this.
Right.
I feel like I've been hogging this. Would you like to take the bucket with 13 and give me a hiding number?
You know, I would, and I just am going to, can we still stick with your favorite number?
If you want to change it, that's okay, as long as it's written down so I don't have to forget.
Okay. Let us stick with 13, but I wish I could use maybe the crayons. Can I use the crayons?
Yeah, not everybody has beans at their house.
That's true.
Some
but-
kids have crayons at their
Or
house.
Legos. You could use Legos. You could use buttons. You could use seashells. You could use whatever kind of little toy.
Spoons?
Spoons.
Let's put spoons in a cup.
Right?
That would be fun
I think
too.
that's a good deal. So I know that before I go and give you any kind of a chance to think, I got to put my 13 inside my bucket. So I have 1, 2. Hey, that makes noise.
That is.
Let's try that again so we hear all the noise together. This time, when I put the crayons in, you close your eyes and just count the crayons from what you hear. Are you ready? This is called listening counting. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I heard 13 crayons.
Okay, so there are 13 crayons in here. Mm-hmm. They don't make quite as much noise as the beans do, but okay, now, Miss Abby, I am going to take some out, and you are going to explain your thinking and your strategy. Okay, don't worry. This is going to be super easy. Okay. All right, you can open up your eyeballs. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is how many are out of the bucket. And I need you to guess how many are still hiding in the bucket. Okay. Go right ahead, Miss Abby.
27.
What? 27 cannot be the answer?
I just wanted to say 27.
Oh, I love 27 too, but 27 cannot be the answer. Why?
I didn't do any math thinking.
You didn't do any math thinking.
No.
And also, how many crayons did we even start with? 13. Miss Abby, we only started with 13. There can never be 27.
Oh,
I love
It has to be a number less than 13.
less than 13 because we had 13 inside of here. Now these are out, but there's still some in here.
So I have to count these,
Okay.
and then I have to think about how many might be hiding
Okay.
in there.
Okay.
All right.
All righty. Well,
Let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 are outside of the can. There's an unknown number inside the can, but altogether it'll make 13.
exactly. Exactly.
I have 9 outside. I'm going to count up.
Okay.
I'm going to put 9 in my head and count up until I hear 13.
Okay.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 4 fingers up.
Okay.
I think there are 4 crayons left in the can because I counted up.
You counted up. Okay. So you started with how many you had on the table, and you just started counting from that number until you got to 13, right?
I did.
So you think that there's going to be 4 left?
Yes.
All right. What do you think? Is there 4 left? Okay, let's count them. See. So here are the ones that are left. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Miss Abby, you were right.
Yeah. My 27 was off.
Well, but you were
I was just guessing.
just guessing without really thinking.
I wasn't thinking too much, but once I counted what was out and then I counted up, I was able to come up with a better answer than 27.
I think that's really good. So how would you write that? If you were going to actually use numbers, how would you write it?
Well, I started with 9.
9.
9 is what I knew, and I did not know what was inside the cup. Now I know, but at the time I didn't know. That's called an unknown. So if I were to write a number sentence or an equation, I would start with the number 9. That's what I saw.
Yeah, you saw 9 crayons.
And I was thinking I have to add an unknown.
And we know how many was in the bucket all together. All together,
That was 13.
right? 13.
So sometimes I've seen equations like this in class
Oh, yeah.
where it will have a box. So I put 9 in my head and I can just put dots until it adds up to 13. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
You know what? Miss Abby, that looks like a die. It looks like when you roll the die and then it has like the 4 dots on it.
Definitely. Another way to represent these 4 dots is with the number
4.
4. Definitely.
That's a good way.
So we can take this game, how many are hiding, and we can turn them into number sentences too.
Okay.
And there's different ways to represent it. I said 9 plus something
All right.
equals 13. But I can also start with 13.
Oh, you mean like starting with everything that was inside of here?
And I can take away or subtract
Subtract, take away.
the 9 that were out.
Okay. So 13 we had in the bucket. And we take out those 9 crayons. 9. Right.
And then I have my unknown. That's what I need to solve.
Oh, okay.
13 take away 9. Sometimes this can be a little tricky, but when we were playing our game earlier, that was called add 9. Now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to subtract 9.
Oh, okay. You know,
So-
that's a really good thing. So if you hold the bucket right here by the 13, and then I'm going to get the other crayons that were, and then we can show them. Like here's my 9. So the ones that were left over, that's going to be the answer?
It is.
Oh my goodness, I love that. We could represent it with numbers. We could think about it in our head. And we also have real objects that you could use to create your own understanding of how to do addition and subtraction sentences.
Definitely.
What a great idea.
So this game, How Many Are Hiding, is just a great way to get your brain thinking about different ways to organize numbers. Sometimes people think math is very tricky, but if we just make it a fun game, it helps us develop those skills.
You know what, Miss Abby? I have number things that I count on all the time. I could use my fingers too.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just say I have 10 altogether, and I could put them behind, and I could just hold up some, and I could say, how many are hiding, Miss Abby?
Definitely, and you wouldn't need anything with you.
Nothing. Very
Nothing.
cool.
All right.
I know.
Well, thanks so much for playing today.
Thanks for letting me come play some math games with you.
Definitely. 5-count shakedown, add 9, and how many are hiding. Please play these today or all weekend. That would be great too. Thanks for playing with us, friends, and thanks for watching At Home with APS.
Bye, guys.
Good morning and welcome back, kindergarten and first grade learners. I hope you've had such a great morning learning about math and science with us today. Special shout out to Kylie, a first grader at George O'Keefe Elementary, who has been watching us every single day. I hope you've had a great day of learning with us, Kylie. Today I'm going to read for you Anno's Magic Seeds. This is a great math book, and it helps us think about things like doubling and adding, also some subtraction, which we practice today. The author and the illustrator of this book is Mitsumasa Anno, and this book is published by Paper Star Books. The illustrations in this book are beautiful, and I really hope you can come and see them with me today. Oh, I skipped the first page. Nope, I didn't. The wizard handed Jack 2 golden seeds. These are magic, he said. Bake 1 seed in the oven until it is red, and then eat it. You will not be hungry again for a whole year. Bury the other seed in the ground and take care of it well. I promise you it will grow and give you 2 more magic seeds in the fall. Jack did exactly what the wizard told him to do. The next spring, 1 tiny sprout came up. It grew and grew into a sturdy plant. In the summertime, 2 beautiful flowers bloomed on the plant. A little later, 2 fruit appeared where the 2 flowers had been. And in the fall, 2 marvelous fruits produced 2 seeds. And just like those wizard had given him, the winter, Jack baked 1 seed to eat and buried 1 seed in the ground. So he buried 1 and he got 2. Is that double? It is. I wonder what he's going to do next. The next spring came. Just as before, 1 tiny plant grew from the seed Jack had buried. In the summer, 2 beautiful flowers bloomed on the plant, and 2 marvelous fruits came. In the fall again, the marvelous fruit produced 2 seeds. In the winter, Jack baked 1 seed and buried 1 seed in the ground. He continues to bury 1 and to get 2. That's very lucky. Once again, in the year after this, 1 plant came up, 2 flowers bloomed, and 2 fruits grew. 2 seeds were made. And again, Jack ate 1 and buried 1. The next year, the flowers bloomed again, and the marvelous fruits grew, and this continued. The next year, while Jack rested and watched the plants come up, the flowers bloomed and the seeds were made. And before Jack ate 1 and buried 1 in the ground. And the next year after that, again it happened, and again after that. Jack ate one and buried the other. It sounds like this could go on forever. Eat one, plant one, get two. But finally, Jack began to think about it. This can go on and on the same way forever. I just go on doing the same thing every year. But this year, if I bury both seeds in the ground, what will happen? I will get through the winter somehow by eating something different. So that winter, he buried 2 seeds in the ground. He tended to them very carefully. So if Jack buries 2 seeds in the ground, how many plants and flowers will he get? And how many seeds will that be for him next year? The next year, the first year after he planted both seeds, what happened? 2 sprouts came up, and in the fall, he had 4 seeds. Jack baked and ate 1 seed, and then he was able to bury 3. It sounds like he had a really good idea to get more seeds than he had the year before. So now he's burying 4 seeds in the ground. How many seeds will come up out this time? In the spring of the second year, 3 sprouts came up, and in the fall, 6 seeds were made. That winter, Jack ate 1 seed and buried how many? 5. He buried 5. He made a noisemaker to scare away the crows and the sparrows so they didn't come and eat his seeds. When the wind blew, the noisemaker sounded, and many fruits were going to grow. How many would grow if you buried 5 seeds? Can you think about that? How many seeds come from each plant? 2. And if he buries 5 seeds, how many plants will he get? Let's find out. Well, that next year was the 3rd year. He had the idea, and all the sprouts came up in the spring. That fall, he had 10 seeds. 10 marvelous fruits and 10 seeds to plant. Jack buried 9 seeds, baked 1 and ate 1. And the next year, the 4th year, it happened again. He had 9 seeds to bury. If Jack buries 9 seeds, how many will pop up this time? Try counting by 2s to see if you can get the answer. He had 18 seeds. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. You can see how his seeds are doubling every year. And lucky for Jack, he gets to eat 1 also. The next year is the 5th year. All the sprouts came up. All the seeds were made. That winter, Jack ate 1 and buried the rest. How many did he bury? The next year was the 6th year. All the sprouts came up. He ate 1, and this time he also decided to share. So how many did he bury this time? If this continued to go on and on with doubling and eat 1, doubling and give 1, how many could go on and on? Well, as this book continues, you can see that now he has bags and bags of seeds that he was able to plant because he doubled and then he doubled again, and he was able to share with the entire town, and now everybody was eating the seeds that he planted. Look how many are in this field. Luckily, Jack was really good at math, and he came up with a great idea to be able to share with others and to be able to feed himself. With 1 year of not having anything to eat, he was able to feed the entire town and have bags and bags of seeds. Luckily, math was really helpful for Jack. And you can continue to see all the children
that ate the seeds, and even some of the animals could eat these seeds. Jack was so lucky. Sorry we don't have time to finish this book, but maybe we'll find another day when I can finish it. This was a great day of learning how to add and subtract, how to think about numbers, and how to come up with a solution for some science. Hopefully you can come back with us tomorrow for some more learning, and thanks for joining us with At Home with APS.